Imagine living your entire life in fear. Imagine waking up every single day, never knowing kindness, never knowing connection, never feeling safe, never understanding what love is, and only feeling lonely. This is Indio's reality. From the outside, he looks like any other beautiful pony. Strong, healthy, striking to look at. But inside he is screaming, is terrified, trapped in a mind that only knows fear. For 7 years, he's existed. He's not lived, he's just existed, alone, in a paddock, with no real connection to other horses, no real connection with humans, no understanding of trust. He has never been trained, never been loved, and never been shown that the world doesn't have to be a scary place. Now, for the first time in his life, he has a chance at something different. But his journey won't be easy. And that's where we come in. We first heard about Indio through a local man who had been watching him for years. He knew the pony's owner and saw firsthand how Indio spent his life. Always alone, always anxious, never touched, never taught anything. He saw that Indio wasn't just another untrained pony. He was a pony he didn't even know how to exist in the world outside his small enclosure. He also knew that if Indio ended up in the wrong hands, it could be a disaster. Because Indio is special, not just because of his story, but because of how he looks. He has a striking appearance, something that makes him desirable to people who see horses as possessions rather than beings. If he was sold to the wrong person, his training would be done with force, with fear, and with pressure. And that would break him completely. So we knew we had to act. But it wasn't simple. Indio wasn't a rescue that we could just take in. His owner insisted on money for him. 800 euros. It's a lot of money for us, especially when we already have so many other horses to care for. But there was no other option. If we didn't take him, someone else would, and they might not be so kind. So we did it. We found the money, and we brought Indio home to Tenerife Horse Rescue. But his real journey was only just beginning. Most of the horses we rescue arrive with visible wounds, broken bodies that we know how to heal. When a horse is starving, we feed them. When they're sick, we treat them. And within weeks, months, they start to recover. But Indio's wounds aren't visible. His pain isn't something we can treat with medicine or food. His pain is in his mind. When we first brought him home, we saw just how deeply afraid he was. Everything terrified him. A person moving too quickly, a sound he didn't recognize, even the feeling of the different ground beneath his feet. Every single thing was overwhelming. He had no idea how to be a horse. Horses are naturally social animals. They rely on each other for safety, comfort, and companionship. But Indio has never had any of that. He doesn't understand herd dynamics. He doesn't know how to read the body language of other horses. Even when we introduced him to a calm, friendly companion, he didn't know what to do. Instead of seeking comfort, he froze, unsure of how to react. And with humans, it's even worse. Some horses are fearful but curious. They want to trust, but they just need reassurance. Indio is different. His fear is so deeply ingrained that he shuts down completely. If you get too close, his entire body stiffens. Sometimes so bad that he won't run, he won't react. He just goes completely still, like he's waiting for something bad to happen. Because his entire life, that's all he's known. Indio's rehabilitation won't be quick. It won't be dramatic to see. You won't see a shocking before and after transformation in just a few months. Because what he needs isn't food or medicine, it's trust. And trust takes a lot of time. We have to start at the very beginning, teaching him that the world isn't a scary place, that people can be kind, the horses can be friends, and that life can be more than just survival. We use only positive reinforcement with him. Never force, never fear. We reward even the smallest steps forward. If he takes a breath and relaxes for a moment, that's a win. If he lets us stand near him without freezing up, that's progress. It's slow, but it's the only way to help him heal. But we know that one day he'll understand. One day he'll take his first step towards trusting us. One day he'll learn that he is safe. And when that day comes, it will be the most incredible thing. But we can't do this alone. Because Indio looks fine, we know it will be hard to get support for him. People are drawn to the rescues they can see, the ones with the ribs showing, the ones with obvious wounds. But Indio's suffering is just as real, and it's just as urgent. That's why we need people like you. People who believe that rescue isn't just about saving bodies. It's about saving minds, saving spirits, saving horses like Indio, who have spent their whole lives believing the world is something to fear. If you've watched this far, you're already part of his journey. And if you want to do more, you can sponsor Indio directly through our website. Your support will give him the time he needs to heal. Sponsors get behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content, and a chance to see the progress in the way that most people won't. And even if you can't sponsor, just subscribing to this channel, liking our video, and sharing his story helps us reach more people like you who care. And that means we can rescue more horses like Indio. Thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and most of all, thank you for giving horses like Indio a future they never knew was possible. Together, we can help more.